We all need help. Whether we live in poverty or wealth, we still need the help of those around us. But people are not the only organisms that need each other. Plants, animals, and even microorganisms need the help of another organism for survival. This is a necessary concept of life. The independence found in dependence. Strangely enough, besides depending on others for survival, we also depend heavily on ourselves. We depend on our brain and mind to make logical decisions for our security. We depend on our heart to keep pumping our blood. We depend on our organs to perform their biochemical processes adequately so that we could live without ailments. But a thought that never really crosses our minds is the perception of codependence with ourselves, meaning that these internal organisms depend on us as well. They depend on us for food, water, and activity so that they can survive and thrive. But most people, as is the nature of many, are selfish creatures who don't even care about themselves. They constantly consume foods that are high in sugars, salts, and fats, causing an overwhelming stress on the cells responsible for the breakdown, absorption, transportation, and the usage of these food components. They refuse to be active, making it harder for blood to flow through the body freely, especially given the stressful diet. Not to mention that they fail to challenge themselves physically and mentally, thereby making parts of the body, such as the muscles and brain, go weak and old from lack of usage. This results in an inevitable failure of one's body. More precisely, when these cellular organisms grow weak, we can become more susceptible to catching and being severely affected by many types of sicknesses, since our immunity soldiers are weakened by the self-sabotaging behaviors of us as individuals. As such, it would be wise to aid our soldiers in defending their motherland, also known as our bodies. Before we continue, please take note that this video is for educational purposes only and is not to be taken as professional advice. Please seek the advice of a certified dietitian or doctor concerning matters relating to your health. And with that said, let's get started. Here, we will give you 5 tips on how to naturally boost your immune system. Number 1, have a healthy diet. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear about diet? Is it a salad? Well, a large possibility is that you are not the only one. Many people associate diets with a slim model who only eats salads and exercises constantly. Although a diet is usually conceived as a reduction of food consumption to lose weight, here we will be speaking about diet in terms of the foods and drinks that you consume on a regular basis. Here are a few tips to improve your diet to boost your immunity. The first tip is to stay hydrated. Now, I know many of you have gotten excited at the thought of still partaking in your no added sugar beverages. However, even though a product may have no added sugars, the raw ingredients used to make these products may have high sugar content originally. So no, when I say stay hydrated, I mean to drink water. It is recommended that the average adult consume between 2.5 liters or 85 ounces to 3.7 liters or 130 ounces of water daily. And by water, we are not referring to the water added to foods or beverages which may have high sugar contents. We are simply speaking about plain water. Although drinking adequate of water does not protect you from succumbing to illnesses, Water can aid in the transportation of oxygen in the blood, which, when delivered to the body cells, can aid in the proper functioning of your internal systems. In addition to this, water can aid in the removal of toxins from your body by preventing the toxins from building up and having an adverse effect on your immune system. Not to mention, dehydration can hinder your physical performance, as in your focus, mood, and even digestion. Secondly, you should limit the added sugars you consume. Research suggests that frequent added sugar intake can contribute to obesity and diabetes. Therefore, it is recommended that you consume about 2 tablespoons or 25 grams of sugar daily. You may think that in a day you are not consuming that much sugar, but if you keep a check of the soft drink, fruit juices, punches or smoothies, sugary snacks such as biscuits and cookies, along with the refined carbs such as white flour, breakfast cereals, and pasta, which are mainly comprised of sugar and refined carbs, you will realize that you are constantly consuming sugar in excess. Thirdly, eat more healthy fats and whole plant foods. Healthy fats found in foods such as avocados, olives, salmon, and almonds, paired with the whole plant foods such as vegetables, fruits, nuts, and seeds, along with legumes and peas, can boost your system's anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, which in turn will boost your immune system while aiding in the prevention of many diseases. Lastly, another way to improve your dietary habits is by incorporating natural supplements into your diet. Let's be realistic for a moment. Not everyone has the time or energy to get up every morning and make the healthiest breakfast, nor would they really want to. But ensuring that your daily dietary nutrient requirements are met may ensure that even though you are not eating adequately or even be on a diet, your body will still receive the required nutrients for its functioning. Number 2, exercise with moderation. When talking about improving one's health, exercise is always a topic that will be brought up, and it's something that many people dread doing because the first thing that comes to mind are high-intensity endurance exercises such as running a marathon or even hiking a mountain, or spending all your spare time at the gym becoming a bodybuilder. This can be an especially stressful thought when all you want to do after a hard, long day of work is lie down in your bed with some delicious foods or snacks and relax. This conception of exercise is incorrect. Yes, we all need to partake in some form of physical activity to aid in our health. But what many people don't know is that long, strenuous exercises may actually subdue your immune system, whereas moderate exercises may enhance it. Moderate exercises such as a brisk walk, jogging, or even light hiking may give your immune cells that regenerative boost as well as reduce inflammation. Number 3, get sufficient amounts of sleep. We all enjoy sleep, and why should we not? Since our body needs it to repair itself. When you sleep, you allow your immune system to fight against illnesses better, since your body is not as preoccupied with the internal affairs of the busy day and has more time to focus on selective issues during your sleep time. If you are a night owl and have problems sleeping during the night, you can try reducing your screen time, since the blue light emitted from devices may disrupt your sleep-wake cycle. Keep the room dark, since melatonin, the hormone responsible for your sleep cycle, is produced more in darkness than when there is light. Lastly, if that doesn't help you, you can try to exercise before you go to bed or doing some chores. This will help you burn up any excessive energy that is preventing you from feeling tired. Number 4, manage your stress level. With all the demands of modern living, we can't help but feel stress. Whether it's about money, our appearance, status, or family, people tend to get stressed over the slightest things. Therefore, one way we can help our immune system in its battle is to try to do things that make us happy, such as hobbies like playing tennis, painting, dancing, or whatever it takes to take your mind off of the worries of life and help you forget those problems, enjoying yourself and your company. And we are not talking about harmful, stress-relieving practices such as over smoking, over drinking, or even any other dangerous activities that may increase adrenaline but make you feel happy. We are talking about safe and healthy methods to help you release those endorphins in the brain. One thing to keep in mind is that long-term stress can cause inflammation, therefore reducing our immune response. So keep positive and always try to look ahead of the possibilities of the future instead of dwelling on the pains and hurts of the past. Number 5, reduce or quit self-harming habits such as smoking and drinking excessively. Many people seek drugs as a coping mechanism for stress. After the high has faded, the problems are still there. You didn't do anything about it. Not to mention the adverse effects these practices can have on your lungs and your liver. And because your immune cells would have to aid other cells in battling the negative effects of these habits, you may not have as many or a strong enough immunity soldiers to defend your body. So, a word of advice would be to start small by reducing the amount of alcohol or drugs you intake until you are strong enough to go cold turkey. While some may successfully be able to go cold turkey, this may be because they never really sought these practices as a comfort, but just as an excuse to fit in. But for the people who seek comfort in drugs and alcohol, you must make that decision on your own to change your life. Please keep in mind that this video is for educational purposes only and is not to be taken as medical advice. Please seek advice from a qualified medical practitioner. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.